How to find your niche as a life coach. Are you a new coach struggling to find your niche? Do you have some ideas on what you could coach on, but you're not sure how to pick the right one? If you want to absolutely nail your niche, you are in the right place, because in this video, I'm gonna show you how to find your niche as a life coach. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, my name is Courtney Sanders. I'm an online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how to find your niche as a life coach. This is so important because so many people want to be life coaches. It's a great way to make a living motivating others. It's certainly rewarding, not just from a financial aspect, but also from a life and legacy impact. I'm a big believer that God put us all here on this earth to fulfill a certain purpose. And so I always admire anyone who wants to help others walk in their purpose and achieve God's will for their life, which is ultimately what this is about for me in terms of my life coaching and even my business coaching. It's really about helping people become and do and have all the things that they were created to be, do, and have. And so if you share that mission with me, then I'm really honored that you're here on my channel to learn from me. And so in this video, I want to go over some of the things you have to keep in mind when it comes to finding your niche as a life coach. All right, the first thing you want to do if you want to find your niche is you really need to start with your story. I always talk about how your niche is actually in your story. So life coaching is a bit different than other professions, is that it's not enough for you to go to school or have a certification or quote unquote know how to coach. It's one of those things where people really want to see you as the living embodiment of that thing. It's kind of like being a fitness coach or some sort of fitness professional. Just being real, people want to see you fit in shape if you're gonna be out there telling them that they need to do 50 push-ups and that they need to eat chicken and rice every day. It's like, well, did this work for you? Let me look at you to see if it worked. And if it did, then they're more motivated to do it. Life coaching is very similar in the sense of whatever arena that you choose to coach on in life coaching, and we'll talk about how to find your specific arena or your specific niche, you wanna make sure that you are the living embodiment of that. And so the easiest way is simply to just start with your story. Think about how you got started, how you got the results that you got, how you got to where you are today. And you really want to ask yourself, what am I the embodiment of, right? What can I honestly say that I have achieved, that I have accomplished, that when anyone from the outside looking in, when they look at my life and when they hear my story, they're going to say, yep, she is walking her talk. Whatever that is, you're gonna find it inside of your story, and so you really wanna start there. The next thing you want to do is excavate your expertise, which I talk about all the time. Oftentimes we dismiss the things that we're good at because we think it's no big deal. So you might be extremely organized. You're one of those people where your pantry is color-coded and you have all the boxes and it's super organized. Your makeup counter is super organized, your jewelry, everything is put together, your shoes are laid out properly, and every time people come in your house, they're just like, wow, this is just so organized. How do you do that? You think it's not that big of a deal. You think it's just a funny quirk that you have or something that you're passionate about, but you would be surprised. There are many, many people who would pay you to coach them on how they can be more organized in their home, in their personal lives, and even in their business. And so that's just an example of how to excavate your expertise. You really want to think about, what are the things that people ask me about all the time? What are the things that people say, wow, you're really good at that. How did you figure that out? Can you help me do this? Do people ask you to help them with something in particular? Again, dig that expertise out. And it can be something maybe that you are really good at your job and your career, maybe something that you volunteer around on the side. Definitely look in those places that you think are no big deal, because I find that the places that you think are no big deal are honestly where your greatest expertise lies. If you can believe it, I thought just even the ability to, one, master self-discipline and to coach people on that in my life coaching practice, which was what it was really centered around self-discipline initially. I thought that that was definitely no big deal because I'm like, I learned this stuff in a book, I applied it to myself, I came up with a formula and strategy, like no one is gonna pay me for this. And I was shocked when people were paying me for this. But I also thought no one was gonna pay me to help them build their brand online. Now granted, this was a little earlier, back in maybe 2014, 2015, I was like, this is like, I'm a college girl, like fresh out of college in my first job, like I'm mastering social media, I'm using it to promote my brand. Like this isn't real business. Like nobody cares about that. I thought nobody was gonna pay me for that, which is insane because I would not have the business today had I not excavated my expertise. I wouldn't be making this video for you today had I not excavated my expertise. So I promise you, there is something that you think is no big deal that if you just dig it out, people are willing to give you dollars for that. They're gonna pay you dollars for that, girl, okay? So make sure that you are excavating your expertise if you wanna find your niche as a life coach. All right, the third thing you'll want to do is collect complaints. And I know this sounds crazy, but there's really a gold mine in areas that people are complaining about because under every complaint is a desire. It's a wish. It's, man, I really wish something was different. And so that's an opportunity for you to provide whatever it is that people wish. So think about it from your industry or your standpoint. If you know that you want to coach in the personal development arena, if you want to coach in the relationship arena, if you want to coach in the business arena or in the money arena, start to pay attention to complaints people have as it relates to that subject matter. Literally write it down or save it in the notes in your phone. And over time, you'll start to see a pattern of things that people are really missing out on that they wish they had or were possible or whatever. And so that's your opportunity to then create that in your coaching program. What if you created a coaching program or even an entire brand around addressing that gap that people are missing in your particular industry? So there's a lot of gold in the complaints. Anytime somebody says, I hated when, I really wish, etc., make sure your ears perk up and you're taking notes because that's a great opportunity for you to dive in and provide something different than what the market is currently offering. Okay, I have a lot more where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. What type of life coach are you? Go ahead and share in the comments below. All right, the fourth thing you want to do when it comes to finding your niche as a life coach is that you want to limit your lane. Yes, you want to be specific. I know you are interested in becoming a life coach, and so presumably you want to coach people on their entire lives. And while you will be able to get there over time, it's really important that you start with a very specific aspect of people's lives so that you can build a name for yourself, you can get results, you can show people, hey, I really get results in this area, and then people will start to trust you with other areas of their life. So when I first got started in life coaching, mine was in the area of self-discipline because that was a part of my story, that was expertise I was able to excavate, and I could really hang my hat on that and say, you know what, I do have a formula that works when it comes to creating self-discipline, and I can really help people become more self-disciplined by taking them through this formula. Like, this actually works. And so I was able to build a brand around that. But as I started to get more successful in self-discipline, people started to ask me to help them with time management, to help them with goal setting, to help them with all these other arenas as it came to life coaching. And as my life coaching business started to grow and I was creating more training programs and more people were buying my courses and my offerings, people started to ask me, how is it that you are building this brand online? How is it that you are selling these courses and these digital products? How is it that you are landing clients? And that opened the door for me to start to monetize myself as a business coach. But had I come out the gate and say, I wanted to be all these things, right? I can help you with your whole life in business. If I would have started super general like that, I wouldn't have had any success. So it's very important that you start small, but that you stack small, right? So you get small wins in a very specific arena, and then you stack it with wins in a related arena, and before you know it, you'll be able to coach in that broad niche that you want to coach in, but you don't start there. All right, the fifth thing you need to keep in mind when it comes to finding your niche as a life coach is that you need to pursue profit. I know that sounds crazy. Courtney, that's horrible. I got into life coaching not because of the money. I don't care about the money. I just want to help people and pursue my passion. Girl, I know, right? Everybody says that. I was the same way. But here's the thing. If you want to help people and you want to actually pursue your passion, you're not going to be able to do it long term if it's not financially sustainable. So it's actually best not just for you, but for your clients is, guess what? That you actually pursue profit. So you need to find a niche that is actually profitable, because you do no one any favors if you're a fly-by-night coach and you're so, oh, I don't care about the money, I'm gonna coach for free or coach super cheap. Yeah, people love you in the moment because they're getting all this stuff for free, but then what happens when you quit your job and now you have to go back to work because your coaching business didn't pan out because you weren't making any money? Now you lose because you're not doing what you love, love, and your clients lose because they no longer have access to you as a coach. So charging your worth and actually insisting that your business be profitable actually helps you and your clients in the end. And if you really struggle with this in terms of your money mindset, I have 2 other videos that I want you to watch. The first one is the video about the 5 books that changed my financial life as a woman entrepreneur. I specifically talk about a book called The Secrets of Six-Figure Women that was really good, that really reshaped my mindset around being the type of woman that could be a high earner. So you definitely want to check that out. Another video that I recently did that you'll want to check out is how to change your money mindset. Oftentimes people literally deliberately get into niches that they know are not going to make them any money because they have such a negative view of making money. They think it's like taking from people, it's stealing, I don't want to charge anybody anything, and they're not able to be successful in their business. And so there's probably some limiting beliefs, perhaps from your childhood, that you'll need to correct. And I talk about that in that video of how to change your money mindset. But either way, of course, pursue helping others, pursue your passion, pursue making a difference and leaving a legacy. Like, duh, like that's the reason that we're all here, but you're not going to be able to do it long term if you don't also pursue profit. So make sure that you choose a niche that is ultimately going to be profitable for you. All right, hopefully this video was helpful. If you're still struggling with how to choose your niche, I invite you to my free 5-day Nail Your Niche challenge. Now this challenge is amazing. The last time we did it, we had amazing reviews. Like people get just so much out of it every time that we do it. And so I'm doing a little experiment. Typically this is supposed to be a paid challenge, but for a limited time, I'm seeing how it's gonna go if I allow people to join for free. Now this is literally information that I typically charge money for. So you're in luck when you join this challenge. But the catch is I limit the amount of people that can register each time we do it. One, I do it because like I said, this is information that I typically give away for free, but also I do it because we have an option where you can upgrade to VIP and get direct coaching from me and direct feedback from me on your niche. And so I wanna make sure that everyone who participates in the Nail Your Niche challenge has a really great experience and is able to get the personalized attention that this challenge really requires. So if that's something that you're interested in, click the link below. If it's closed, you'll be redirected to a wait list, but if it's open, you'll see the date that the next challenge starts, as well as how many spots that we have available. If you see there's spots available, make sure you sign up, because once that hits 0, we shut it down and you won't be able to join until the next time. All right, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want even more where this came from, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. That's CourtneyLSanders. And if you want even more, make sure you are subscribed to my podcast. It's The Courtney Sanders Show on both iTunes and Spotify. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.